it's still a massive advantage at the moment, having a bit more of a complete approach to the training, including resistance training and cardio conditioning. And it is an advantage that you've got that will keep you in the game longer, but also, especially a lot of the younger fighters are probably overlooking that at the moment, thinking, I don't need it. So it's a leveler, and it will keep you in the game longer as well, like you said. So, yeah. Fighters, welcome back to another episode of Heatrick Muay Thai Performance. Just keep going with the program. If it's all working and there's no issues with anything, you're not starting to build. It's the overuse injuries that will start to creep in as you get older. But so I didn't really start getting any of that until around sort of 37 years old, was where it's like, I'm having to just be a bit careful with some of things like plyometrics, the volume of that. Achilles tendons start to, you could get tendonitis start creeping in if you're using some of that stuff without being a bit more careful. But yeah, certainly at 30, I'd say as long as you're being progressive and working through all the gears in the program, your body will be ready to do it. It won't be till quite a bit later that you're thinking, this might not be appropriate for me. And there's always just downgrade it a little bit, and that will keep things where it needs to be. If it's like strength is my major kind of limiting factor, and I want to spend some time doubling down on that, you could absolutely just go, right, well, I'm just going to keep nudging the weight up on this until it gets stuck, and then I'll worry about backing it off. But otherwise, I'm going to try and push it a bit more each week. I mean, especially early on, there's lots of room for you to progress like that. And you don't need to kind of back off every 4 weeks and still make progress. But it reaches a plateau, and then you're kind of like, I've got to switch things around. So you can do that. The only thing is, it makes more sense to do that when resistance training or the strength training is the emphasis and it isn't for a sport. But when you're trying to balance everything else up, it's like, yes, although you can recover and keep improving in strength, if you're thinking of it in isolation like that, because you've got Muay Thai skill practice going on, there's cardio going on as well. There's a lot more different training stimuli to balance up. And that's where you might feel actually the back off, even though in the resistance training, I probably could still keep nudging that up. It's all the plates kind of working together, probably benefit from, even if you are a novice, from just backing off a bit. But it's just bearing in mind, especially when you've got like the fight frequency that you're looking at. We actually want, if you were fighting every month, then you'd want to be tapering back a week before the fight to allow you to peak as well. So that's where we naturally end up with that cycle, which is again why I program it by default like that for people, because it gets you used to training all these different variables at the same time and managing the recovery on everything. And it makes sure that I'm not making you so sore and tired from the resistance training that now your Muay Thai is kind of like, I'm just too stiff and tight and, that DOMS. But also then if fights come up, it's really easy just to say, right, we'll just adjust your block so the deload week lands the week of your fight. We'll just drop all the resistance training out. You're just worrying about cutting weight and doing fight-specific pad work, bag work, and getting ready for the fight. Do the fight, and then we pick things up again after the fight. And again, we go low, medium, high, and it might be deload, I'm fighting again. We land it in that deload, but you're still progressing everything at the same time. And that way we haven't overly focused on strength so much that the speed and the power kind of drops off, and you kind of feel a bit clunky in the ring then as well. Because like, I let some plates, I really got the strength plate spinning, but the other plates just feel, I'm a bit sluggish. I haven't got that explosive pop. I haven't been spending enough time there too. So it entirely depends on your approach and kind of the fight frequency. You could, because the other thing you mentioned, I was having a look at your notes there. You mentioned about potentially sort of doing a third session in the week, resistance training. And this is the thing. And it's where, if strength training is your main focus and that's really what you're interested in, you can afford to chuck more volume at it and realize that, yeah, I'm going to probably while I'm focusing on this, I'm going to get a bit slower and less powerful because I'm just not spending as much time there. Whereas as a fighter, we kind of want everything all the time. We want to spend a little bit, have blocks that do emphasize certain areas so they all keep moving, but we can't afford to let anything drop off too much. Yeah, if you're doing 6 days per week with the Muay Thai, you've got your cardio you're trying to fit in there, it sounds like you're probably better off just sticking to those 2 resistance training sessions we've got.
Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with someone else it could help too. Please give the podcast a review or comment below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, you can visit heatrick.com for more Muay Thai performance podcasts, videos, articles, and guides. Catch you next time.